The Flexity 2 tram is a development of the Flexity family of trams and light rail vehicles built by Bombardier. The trams for Blackpool were assembled in the Bautzen factory in Germany, with parts supplied from Bombardier's factory in Vienna, whilst the traction system equipment was manufactured in Mannheim. 16 trams were initially ordered in 2009 as part of the £100 million investment in the tram line from Stargate to Fleetwood Ferry. The investment also included track renewals and power supply upgrades to raise the voltage of the overhead line to 600 volt DC in readiness for the arrival of the new trams. In addition, a new depot at Stargate, which is 3 stops south of Pleasure Beach, was constructed to maintain the new fleet of trams, as the existing Rigby Road depot did not have sufficient capacity or space to install the new equipment needed to maintain the new units. The first Flexity 2 tram arrived in the UK in 2011 and entered service in April 2012. The 16 trams provide a 15-minute frequency between Fleetwood Ferry and Stargate during the day, and in 2017 the existing fleet was joined by a further 2 trams that will be needed to operate the new service to Blackpool North railway station. However, the 2 trams have already been used in passenger service, but at the time of recording this, the extension to Blackpool North is yet to open. I've released a separate video about the extension, to which I'll leave a link in the description below. The 32 metre long vehicles are made up of 5 articulated sections with 3 bogies. 2 powered bogies at the front and rear, with a single unpowered bogie underneath the central section. The powered Flex Urban 3000 bogies are each powered by 2 longitudinally situated water-cooled 3-phase motors, each producing 120 kilowatts or 160 horsepower, to provide a total output of 480 kilowatts or 640 horsepower, with power drawn from 600 volt DC overhead lines. The bogies have a short 180 cm wheelbase, which allows the trams to negotiate curves with a radius of 25 metres in service or 20 metres in the depot. The trams have electro-hydraulic disc brakes and a magnetic track braking system, as well as making use of regenerative braking, which recovers electrical energy during braking. Internally, the trams are a little bit basic, with a mixture of low back cantilever seats and longitudinal seats, as well as 3 groups of seats which are raised slightly as they're above the bogies. The trams have a seating capacity of 74 with a total capacity of 148 passengers. The raised seating areas above the bogies helps the Flexity 2 trams to achieve a 320mm floor height, which, combined with raised platforms at tram stops, means the trams are fully accessible. The primary rubber metal spring suspension, combined with the elastomer secondary suspension, provides an adequate ride at low speeds, if a little bit noisy, but as the trams don't get up to much speed between the stops, then the ride isn't too bad, and on the off-street section leading towards Fleetwood, arguably ride better than Manchester's M5000 light rail vehicles on similar types of track. Blackpool's modest tramway isn't particularly busy when compared with other more extensive networks in the country, but prior to the pandemic still saw 5.2 million journeys a year, generating around £7 million in revenue. And with the new extension to Blackpool North expected to open this year, and holidaying in the UK seeing somewhat of a resurgence, there's every chance those numbers could grow. I was certainly surprised by how busy the trams were that I travelled on. Excuse the interruption, but it was reported yesterday that there might be further delays to the tram extension, and the hotel itself, the Holiday Inn, might not open till the end of the year. Whilst it's hoped that the tram extension may open this year, I doubt it'll be open for the summer season, which is a bit unfortunate. To ride on the tramway, you can either pay online, use Blackpool Transport's app, or buy tickets on board, with conductors on hand to issue tickets. The Blackpool Transport website states that a day saver ticket is £6, but I was charged £6.60 when I purchased my ticket on board, so not sure if the website is out of date or if there's some other charge. There are 1, 3 and 7 day tickets available, as well as a 1-day group ticket which is valid for up to 5 people, and the website states that they cost £18. Overall, I'd say the Blackpool Tramway is quite good, and the Flexity 2 trams are great at moving large numbers of people from A to B. The 50-minute frequency during the day isn't too bad, with the last tram leaving Fleetwood Ferry at 12:20 in the morning, arriving at Stargate at 1. It's definitely worth a trip to Blackpool if you haven't experienced Blackpool Tramway before, and if you prefer older trams, then it is still possible to book a trip on one of Blackpool Transport's heritage trams.